he is saying ahead of casting that vote. But you can imagine, Mr. Julius Malema, as you were saying, Ayanda, his party is the third ranking in the sixth administration that is currently being voted out. So he is hoping that he can retain that position or move up a little. We do know that there are 3 provinces across the country where he currently is the official opposition, Limpopo being one of them. I'm sure his party is also hoping to retain that position in those 3 provinces, but also to add to that, to have other provinces where his party, the EFF, can be the official opposition party. But from where I'm standing, Ayanda, I am not sure if Mr. Julius Malema is addressing people over there, and if we can get audio of that visual, but we do have a camera stationed where he is, and you are getting live visuals of that interaction. I don't know if it's
Imani, what we're going to try and do is give you an opportunity then to get a bit closer, because Julius Malema is in fact seemingly speaking to members of the media. Understandably, you were stationed at a different part of that particular region, and you'll worm your way through the media scrum, which usually follows a number of these high-profile individuals. But yeah, I mean, of course, this is largely expected. You know, the leader of the third largest opposition, or the third largest party in the country, is going to attract a lot of attention. But I'm going to use this opportunity very quickly to slip in a word or two with you once again, as we round off our discussion. We're expecting the IEC to actually give a media briefing tomorrow, in the next hour at 1 o'clock. It's, I imagine, the halfway mark type of briefing. Very quickly, what do you expect them to kind of touch on as they give that update?
Well, I expect them to firstly indicate how the opening of the voting station has gone, how voting is actually happening, how many people have cast the votes by now or by lunchtime, and then whether everything is intact. And then I believe that from what we have seen already, there is a high level of interest in these elections, and people are really going out in great numbers to vote.
Right.
And I expect the commission, therefore, to give us confirmation of that.
Absolutely right, Teddy. Thanks very much indeed. We're going to run back to Julius Malema, who we can now hear, hopefully, speaking to members of the media in Seshego. Take a listen.
Don't take him away. Yes, he's also doing his work. So our system glitches. Our people complained about the system. That's what pretty much what we've been dealing with this morning. And there was also temporary voting boxes for special votes where the seal were tampered with and things like that. And that has been brought to the attention of the IEC. There's 1 or 2 incidents where I was told even the IEC considered not only the seal got tampered with, even the back of the ballot box has been tampered with. So, but generally we think things are running very well.
Judging by what you've just said, do you think these elections will be free and fair?
They will be free and fair. There is nothing 100% in life if you are scientific. That's why even DNA tests say 99.999% this is your child. They never say 100% this is your child. Only a scientific person will say no. But what happened to the other 1%? Why is it not 100%? Nothing is 100%. We must not, out of our own fear of losing elections, and then start casting aspersion on the IEC and its integrity. Because an institution that must look after these elections. We've run elections successfully for so many years without a problem. So we shouldn't expect major problems. But when they introduce things like the gadget they've introduced and all of that, it's a general problem in the country. Maybe they took that risk But the general problem is not the IEC. The IEC has got gadgets. You can't say no, the gadgets are not there. The gadgets are there, the network is not there. And the IEC is not responsible to put network infrastructure. It's your government which has failed you and then failed the IEC at the same time. So from where I'm sitting, the IEC acted very professional. Very few presiding officers who don't have an appreciation of the role of party agents. And we're dealing with that because others say to them, but go and sit next to the door. A party agent must be free to move around the voting station. If they decide they want to sit next to where names are checked, they can sit there. If they want to check where they are tearing a ballot paper given to a voter, they must sit there and see if you are not giving a voter two ballot papers. But when you say they must sit at the door, who's observing that you are not giving ballot papers, two ballot papers to one vote? So some presiding officers lack that appreciation. But once brought to our attention, we bring it to the attention of the IEC and even bring to the attention of the presiding officers to say, but they are allowed to move around. There is no problem with what they are doing, as long as they don't tamper with the voter and they don't touch the IEC material. You can't touch as a party agent a ballot paper or an IEC box or anything. The only thing you do is eat with your ears and your eyes as a party agent. So you look and you listen, and then when there's a problem, you raise it. You don't want to touch material of the eyes.
See, you previously said that amongst the polls that exist, Ipsos is the one that is more reliable. How concerned are you? Because in the latest one, you dropped from 18% to 11%. How concerned are you about that result? And about your targets to overtake the DA's main?
But the Ipsos confessed that their research this time around may not be accurate because of the margin of error. I think the margin of error was too high for such a research to be used as a scientific evidence that something will happen. Nothing will happen really. So what happened is you have a situation where Ipsos actually, credible Ipsos, what we all grew up knowing, it will have a day before research. They announce one day before election to say a day before election, this is where we stand. And then during an election day, they will give you hourly updates to say this what is. Ipsos is not doing that now. So you can see it has been interfered with. That's why it's not doing what we normally get from Ipsos. And that's why it will suffer a serious credibility crisis if this result were to be something extremely different from what they predicted.
Do you see yourselves overtaking the DA then?
We see ourselves overtaking the ANC, not the DA. The DA is small boys. We have no time for small boys. We're going for the real giant, which is the ANC. We are in an election to remove the ANC. So we don't talk about opposition parties. How can you have all political parties formed and then are taking one opposition party? They are all opposition parties, but they all attack this opposition party and they don't attack the ruling party. So you ask yourself, what is the interest here? So we don't attack opposition parties. We are here to take over government. That's where our target is.
However, people say that the kingmaker in a coalition government, the ANC doesn't get the 45 or 50%.
So cross that bridge when for now we are